Hey there, gents. Welcome back to another Wolf and Iron podcast episode. This is a truck talk episode, so if you're tuning in for the first time, it's something a little different. This, as it sounds, is me in my truck talking to you guys about something that I've got on my mind. And today, I want to talk to you guys about plan, execute, repeat. And those are the ingredients to success in many cases. Say you want to lose weight, but you're not. The question you should be asking yourself is this: what is your plan to lose weight? Say you want your marriage to improve, but it's not really doing so hot. You need to ask yourself, what is your plan to make it improve? You want your business to take off, you want to grow in your career, whatever it happens to be, what's your plan? And a plan looks like something that is written down with steps and goals that need to be accomplished in a certain time frame. If your plan is something like, I would like to eventually maybe try to do something, that's not a plan. A plan is concrete. Now, plans can change. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with planning something out, trying it for a little while, executing it, and then coming back and reevaluating. That reevaluation is absolutely necessary. But if you don't have a plan, you're not going to be successful. Things don't just happen to successful people. If you want to be a professional at anything, if you want to be the guy at whatever it happens to be in your life, losing weight, getting fit, packing on muscle, you got to have a plan. And then you got to execute. And that's the second step. Now, execution, I think, is always harder. Sitting down, planning, daydreaming up a plan, that's always the easier step, I would say. But executing against your plan is always the more challenging piece, I find. And it's because we have so many distractions. And, you know, we get excited, we get driven by our passion so many times, and we don't really think about the fact that it's not about passion after a certain point. It really is just simply following the plan that we have in place. Part of your plan, as mentioned before, should have a reevaluation at the end of the goals or so far into the execution of that plan, so maybe every 2 weeks or so. Reevaluate how things are going and adjust as necessary. But you've got to stick with a plan, and you've got to give it time, and you've got to execute. You've got to move. Some breakdown of one of those pieces is going to cause you to fail at the things that you really want to succeed at in life. The other piece of this is the repetition of that. Okay, so you've got to get to a place where you're able to repeat the planning and the executing over and over again in areas of your life that you want to make better, that you want to grow in. Guys, I know you feel this high call in your life. You want to be different in some kind of area. You need to lose weight. That's the vast majority of men in America, I believe. You want to pack on muscle, also the vast majority of men in America. You want to be a better example for your kids. You want to spend more time with them. You want to love your wife more. You want to cherish her more. You want to do a better job remembering, special events, dates, taking her out, those kinds of things. You want to lead at work. What are you doing to plan, to execute, and to repeat that over and over again so that you're gradually improving over a long period of time? That's really all it takes. And the guys that do that, those are the guys that you look up to. Those are the guys that are making things happen, and you're like, man, I wish I could be like that guy in this area or that area. And the challenging thing a lot of times is choosing which area in life we're going to focus on, which area of life we're going to execute against, make plans and that kind of stuff. I would say, if you're new at this whole thing, obviously just choose one. I always start with health and fitness. I think that's so important. It's going to give you the energy. It's going to give you the drive. It's also going to give you those results. When you see yourself losing weight and putting on muscle, you start to go, okay, all right, this is real. This thing can happen. I can actually make a change. And making those small changes in your diet, making small changes in your fitness routine can add up to larger changes as you get further in. But as you stick with that plan and as you repeat on that execution, you're going to see those changes add up, and then you go, okay, I get it now. And so I always recommend starting with health and fitness, and then moving into personal development. I think that's the next piece. So if you're looking for some area to grow in, get strong, drop the pounds, be consistent with your diet, shake things up there, and then personal development is the way to go. And obviously, if you're listening to this podcast, you're already on the track to growing as a man. You're already on this personal development kick. You maybe you're binge listening to podcasts. I think that's great. You need to start taking some of the things that you hear in the podcast and saying, how am I going to use this to impact my life? Okay, let's start with finances. What's my plan? Okay, I need to get a budget. I need to stick with that budget. So plan and execute. Every week, I'm going to repeat this. And how am I doing on my budget? Am I reevaluating how well I'm doing? Am I being transparent with anybody that I'm accountable with? Usually that's your wife. What kind of systems do you have in place to help keep you in that plan and help keep you executing, right? So that's it, guys. Plan, execute, repeat over and over again. And the cool thing is, this might sound boring. You get to do this in so many awesome areas in life. And when you get good at this, it becomes almost rote. You just kind of know, in order to achieve this goal, I've got to plan, I've got to execute, and I've got to repeat. And you'll find ways to make it fun. You'll find ways to shake it up and to make it new, a little bit different every time. You'll find new ways of reminding yourself, new ways of, well, it's just fun anyhow, because you're always adventuring into some new area, usually fueled by the growth and some achievement previously. All right, guys. Well, I'm headed into the shop. This is my probably 4th time up here and back today. We've got a lot of stuff going on in the building. Electricians are in, handyman guys are in. So lots of things happening, and I'm back and forth, not including my trips to Lowe's and back. So got a lot of work ahead of me today. A lot of plans to be executed and repeated tomorrow, no doubt. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.